If you are enjoying the story so far, and need more Dungeons and Dragons in your life, I invite you to check out another group called the Long Past Podcast. They are working their way through heroism and tragedy in the events of the Chragan War. Their name and link are in the description below. In the bowl of a small glen, Adran, Thía, and Del rejoin Varin on the outside of an old, narrow moat, or a stream or shallow river now. Somewhere within the ancient, crumbling wall of the fast before them is hidden the cackling menace of Nanny Agatha, who has taken back through crooked deals and trickery the Keystone Artifact. A reckoning is at hand. Now let's get into it. Welcome back to the Land of the Hunter. Day 105. A minute or two after 4 in the afternoon. The elves now stand together on the outside of an old moat near the bottom of a slightly swampy, narrow valley, facing a collapsed and ruined fortress, its gates broken and flung open, its walls pitted and holed. Adran and Thía figured out during their recovery earlier that Del, upon taking up a dagger planted by Nanny Agatha, unwittingly allowed her to spy on the entire party. A dagger which now resides somewhere underwater amongst the fishes. Varin has, with magic, tracked Nanny Agatha, along with the Keystone Artifact, to this location, where she intends to awaken Mother. Adran, pardon me, I have shared to you, sir, the sights that you have seen. Do you want to share with the party what you perceive of this area?
Yes, I do.
Please go ahead.
Even a curious... I don't know what that word is.
Cursory.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Even a cursory examination is enough for you to realize that this keep is too small, too isolated, and too hidden away to have been used in outright battle. It is more likely to have been an outpost, a hiding place, or a watchtower. From what you can see, in the gathering gloom of violence, in the gathering gloom, violence broke out from within, leaving broken shards of stone, dents, and holes in the wall that left rubble strewn into the grass on the outside.
Thank you. Thía and Del, you both have your own perspectives on this region. You can react to the information that I shared to you, or read it out as Adran did. Up to you. You might be muted.
Yes, I was.
Aha! I was like, odd silence there.
Sorry, I was just trying to confirm. These are all different. Where are they?
They are each of them slightly different from the other. Basically, this is information that each of the characters sees that's relevant to their perspectives and shall we call specific trainings.
Yeah, so Thea does see many alcoves, shadows, trees, and whatnot that she could use for hiding. And she's making good, careful mental notes of those. And that's also getting dark, which will give her some advantage with hiding and avoiding being seen. I see that it's an old battleground. There might be many weapons lying around that I might make use of. We'll see. Potentially hazardous tripping hazards.
Perhaps pay attention to the last line for Thea.
While all this is going on, being a silver taff. Or silver taff, just letting you know.
Yeah. So see that it's an old battleground with like lots of discarded maybe weapons and whatnot. But no bodies. Until the plants are largely overgrown and overpopulated, squeezing out smaller plants and blocking the light. Despite all the plant life, many of the pools and glens you pass through and I passed through on the way here actually seem overall healthy.
Would you like me to help
There's
you?
Good chance of fresh water in the area.
Yes. More particularly, this area, despite the overgrowth, seems healthy.
Yeah. So a good chance for fresh water and potentially useful plants. We'll see.
Potentially. As a side note, Varin did use all 3 of his 4th level spell slots in order to continue tracking using his locate creature spell. Quietly and gently, Varin will wade across the shallow stream leading into the inner grounds of this old, as you may observed, Adran, watchtower, and noted that you did eat a silvertaff. Careful examination of the grounds, for you, Adran, shows several indentations where bodies fell to the earth, and it seems that they would have been fleeing from the central watchtower. There are no signs of pursuers, that the inhabitants may have been fleeing. We note that there is a system of irrigation pipes that has brought water in from the waterfall to the grounds, leading to the thick growth within the walls. The tower, though old and battle-scarred, is built of crudely carved stones and mildew-infested wooden beams, fashioned inside into a few small square rooms on the ground floor, and up a crude set of stairs to a second level. There are rotten remains of furniture, curiously fastened beds, chests, and weapons and armor stands. There is nothing inside any of them but animal droppings, mold, and mildew. Near the ascending steps is a shut, old wooden door, through which seeps the scent of cold earth and water. As we wander the grounds and examine the structure, here and there we find messages. They have been left in scrawled, faded blood, etched by dagger point, furrowed into the earth by finger strength alone, a few left on scraps of parchment. They are all written in Goblin. Would you like to examine some of the messages?
I would.
What does it say? Thea asks.
Adran, the first one that your eyes fall upon reads. Hang on, let me copy it and put it into the chat. There we go.
It reads, "Don't dream."
Varin will pick up one. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Odd, but okay.
Varin picks up one and reads, "Where are the worms?" Adran, did you want to read another one?
Yeah. It seems to be all one word. I am weeping. I am weeping. I am weeping.
Varin picks up. Varin uncovers one from beneath a thick pile of leaves and says, "This one reads, 'My dreams are always fine.'" Do you want to read any more, Adran?
Let me just pick up one more. I dreamt of brains being grown out of grain. You know, if they added an S to that ending, it would have been a limerick of some kind.
Varin shudders as he glances at one and turns rather quickly away. Okay, that's disturbing. It read, and Adrian, you can read it over Varin's shoulder. It reads the following.
Say no more.
Do we want to examine the shut door inside the old fortress?
Yes.
Approaching it, Adrian, you see scrawled by fingers dipped in blood and partially with ink and partially etched with blade the following words.
Chimes open the mouth to swallow a mind into the gullet.
Thea's gonna take a moment and cast 4th level Armor of Agatha on herself. Wait, hold on, sorry. Before I do that, I want to check and ask Varin, are we close to Nanny Agatha?
I don't know, ask our fiend sensor.
I don't mind, but I do have a quick question. Do we have any more of those bottles of what do you call it? Clairsight? Clear vision?
You're right?
Clairvoyance.
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 Let me check my pack.
Okay, while you do that, Varin will kneel down on the ground, clear his mind, and spend some magic energy.
Oh, is that to answer Thea's question?
Yeah, basically, well, first thing Varin is doing is just this.
I do not have any bottles or potions of clairvoyance.
Varin is.
Oh, wait a second. No, I do.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought it was something else. I do have one more potion of clairvoyance.
Did you want to use it?
Would you like to use it?
I wouldn't know how to. Varin says quite truthfully and honestly.
I will actually choose to use it.
Okay, that I believe gives you the ability to conjure a magical sensor within 1 mile of us. one that will allow you to use either vision or hearing, and let you switch between the two as an action, I believe.
Okay.
Where did you want to summon the sensor?
Oh.
There doesn't seem... Oh, and, real quickly before you answer that question, Varin's magic for locate creature would have, as long as he was within 1,000 feet, would have led him directly after whatever he was tracking. The fact that Varin led us here, excuse me, suggests that this may very well be where the hags have gone to ground.
Okay.
But they don't seem to be within the walls or in the watchtower.
Were there any other structures within the area?
No. Let me correct myself. Not that you were able to see in the darkness conditions and the thick foliage. That did not work as you intended, sir. Thía, the message did not go through the way you intended it to go through.
No, it didn't. That's meant to be a whisper.
Yeah, that didn't work so well.
Potion night tears. Midnight tears with note.
Yeah, I have some poisons that says midnight tears, but for the info on it, all it says is to ask the GM.
Yes, okay.
Oh.
Do you have ingredients or actual potions?
I have 3 midnight tears.
Okay.
Poison. Ask GM.
Yeah, ask me after the game.
Okay.
Adran, please give me intelligence or investigation. And while you're doing that, hold that thought real quick, Thía. Wow, Adran. So real quickly before I answer your question, Adran, before I let you ask your question, Thía, Varin spends his magical energy, shudders, and I'm just double checking something real quick to make sure I don't leave anything out. I feel elemental. I feel checking. Fae. And Fiend. I feel them all. Somewhere within, and Varin gestures out of the forest. Well, somewhere within 6 miles of us. And Adran, if there's nothing on the ground and nothing above the ground, then there's only one other direction possible.
Below the ground?
That does seem to be suggestive, yes. Thía, while Adran is considering this and considering whether or not he wants to drink the potion, did you have a question? Or perhaps one from Del?
I did, and you actually just answered 2 of them. Well, you answered 2 of them, you answered one of them. I found the answer for the other one in the book.
There
we
you
go. Now I'm casting Armor of Agathis on myself.
Thea's like, this is very creepy. Utilizing the long ago captured spell scroll, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. You said it's at 4th level?
Yeah. Well, so you're gonna try like 3 times and then get it right on the 4th attempt to cast the spell scroll. So it gets a little tongue-tied.
That gives you temporary hit points, correct?
It gives me, in this particular case, 20 temporary hit points. Lasts for 1 hour, and anytime anyone deals damage to me with a melee attack, they'll take at least 20 points of damage up until my temporary points are all gone.
Noted, and excellent. That's going to replace the temporary hit points that you gained from Del's Inspiring Leader. So instead of 19 temporary hit points, you're going to have 20, but they will not stack.
That is a bummer. Okay.
I mean, you get +1 compared to what you had before, so...
Yeah, but it also... My weird brain sees that as wasting 19, but oh well.
Adran, did you want to use the potion or hold it?
Hold on to it.
Okay. Real quickly, what is everyone's armor or weapon loadout currently? Varin has
I'm
his bow.
equipped with sword and shield.
Okay. Thea?
Thea will have sword, and it's getting dark, right?
It is getting darker, yes. It's 4 in the afternoon and it's been overcast with the thick clouds of ash and smoke and steam for days.
Okay. Do we still have, aside from just regular darkness, do we have any vision deficiencies or strong winds?
The strong winds have died down.
Okay.
And other than
It's just
darkness,
regular
no.
darkness. It's not like we're having to deal with like a cloud of soot or something like that blocking our vision.
Just
Would you
regular
like me to
darkness.
use actual darkness on you?
No, I'm trying to figure out like how far I can see basically. Like I'm
You
trying to
can
figure
see
out
out
if there's
to-
something.
Dark vision grants you 60 foot range of dark vision. And
Okay,
that's what
that's
you're
what I'm trying to figure
using
out.
right now. So we're seeing everything in shades of gray.
Yeah, I'll have my bow out for now.
Varin also has his bow out, and then after a moment of hesitation, and I imagine that everyone has filled Varin in on the fact that the dagger, why Del no longer has a dagger. I'm assuming.
Yeah, we're all caught up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Varin will, with hesitation, give his Darkling dagger to Del. It's not much, but it at least can cloak you in darkness, although I have questions about how useful that is with beans. Thea will eat 1 Fleetfoot, which lasts for an hour. And how long does Clear Eye last for? A minute? You might want to hold on that.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. I'll double check.
Okay, Adran, I asked you earlier, but I don't think you got a chance to answer. Did you want to use the potion of clairvoyance now or later?
Later.
Noted. Then we proceed into the shut door, yes?
Yes.
Opening the door gives us access to, noted Thea, so you have a movement speed currently of 45.
Yeah. Is
Varin
anyone else having a problem?
Sorry?
Sorry. Is anyone else having a problem with the map basically going completely white?
I am not.
Mm,
You might want to refresh your screen, maybe.
I'll try that.
Varin is going to cast Longstrider on himself.
real quickly,
Yes?
what does a Bad Eye Berry do again?
That gives you blind sight out to, I believe, a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
For, I think, 8 hours? Let me double check. Bad Eye Berry. Blind sight, 15-foot range for 8 hours. And I've got 9 of them myself.
And what exactly is blind sight good for?
Let's say, for example, that you are put into an area of darkness, like your own darkness spell. You see just fine, relatively speaking. Basically, it gives you, well, bad eyes. You can see in the dark and not have to rely on your eyes.
Ah, okay.
So if you're in a condition like darkness where you cannot see, you can still get attacks of opportunity. And if they cannot see you, then you get attacks at advantage.
Good
and
thing
lasts
I
for
asked.
8 hours. Yes. Varin does not have any Silvataf left. Drat. Varin will eat a Fleetfoot leaf for an extra 10. And he will eat a Forfin tea.
Do you need a Silvataf?
I don't super need one. I can hold off for now. I still have a few. I still have some magic left to me.
Yeah.
So that means Varin now has 45, 55. Because Fleetfoot does stack with Longstrider. Right. The opening the door, it leads down a very short flight of stairs, maybe 3 or 4, into a simple round stone room with slimy dirt showing through the crumbling mortar. It houses, in its center, a well, half filled with water, fed by slowly trickling pipes. Looking down through the clear water, we can dimly see an engraved surface. And Varin, looking into this room, Varin suddenly grabs your arm, Adran, holding you back, and Varin's going to do some things. Hang on one second. A nat 20. I am using both Favored Enemy and Natural Explorer, because I named Fae as one of my favorite enemies, too, and so which means I get advantage on tracking them. There was definitely a Fae in this room, which means I tracked one of them, Nanny Agatha or the other one. I'm not sure which one it was, but I tracked one of them here with magic. You might remember, Adran, they have that ability to be invisible and leave no trace. But
yeah.
For whatever reason, she became visible in this room, which means, and I point at the ground, at the scuffed, slimy dirt, she left a trail.
That's good.
The one other thing to note, two other things, beg pardon, two other things to note. One, along with the scuffed dirt and mud and slime, there's a blood trail. You might recall there was a hag that got rather badly wounded by Thía.
Yes.
And she would have definitely made for safe ground. And finally, actually that was the last thing. Adran. Thía is typing, okay? Going to reconnect. Noted, Thía. There is no other entrance or exit to this room.
How about the well?
You can give me an, ow, just got my toast. Give me an Arcana check. You might recall that that Nanny Agatha has demonstrated that she does have certain types of illusory types of magic. From Varin's mostly relaxed posture, there doesn't seem to be anyone in the room. But there might be some sort of an illusion at work. And with that check, I'm going to call your mind back to the inscription found on the door leading into this well room. Thía, can you hear all right?
Yeah, I'm almost back.
Chimes in the mouth to swallow a mind into the god.
One other thing. Why is the well only half full when it's being constantly fed?
Is the mouth of the well closed?
I mean, we can see inside it, Varin points out, pointing down into it, where we can see it's so looking from the mouth of the well, we can see straight down to the bottom where there's like this engraven steel plate, if you will, and beneath the water. It is, call it about 5 feet deep, and it's only half full, but being fed by trickling pipes. So constantly fed, but only half full.
Just a trickle though.
Just at a trickle.
And yet it's half full.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I almost feel as if there should be some sort of an entrance down there if it's not trickling so much water, and why it's not filled up all the way to the top.
If you mean that this might be an entrance?
An entrance, yes.
Varin looks at the water. So how's that work? And even as he says this, Varin is going to, following the trail that that the hag left. It leads straight to the well and into the water.
Well, probably a perfect time to use my clairvoyance and send my eye down the well.
To note, it will give you the ability to create a sensor out anywhere to 1 mile away, but it won't be a mobile sensor.
Forget that. So, who wants to hold their breath and dive down into the well first?
I mean, it's only 5 feet deep. We don't need to dive. Varin will jump into the water, and he's basically standing down waist deep cold water, teeth chattering. Any more bright ideas?
There's no way.
Claire, I was gonna check real quick. Oh, I don't know if I'm out of place asking this question. I was gonna ask clarifying point on the clairvoyance spell.
Go ahead. What's your question?
There is no pathway past that silver plate down there.
I mean, it seems pretty solid. Go ahead with your question, Thía.
I was checking the clairvoyance spell. It does seem to allow for the user to choose an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door, around a corner, or in a grove of trees, or possibly at the bottom of a well.
That would be on page 222. You can name an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you. The only thing is, it remains in place for the duration, and it cannot be attacked or otherwise interacted with. It also cannot move. Adran, did you want to use this?
Did I want to use what?
The potion of clairvoyance, or do you still want to hold it?
No, I still want to hold off on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me one more Arcana check, Adran. Sorry, hold that thought, Thía. Adran, please give me one more Arcana check, but now with advantage. And Thía, what's your question?
Oh, Thea's gonna ask, does this mean I need to play guinea pig again?
Adran, you do have specific illusory magic.
Like what?
I'll look at your spell sheet.
Call mount, message, firebolt, dancing lights, minor illusion, and chill touch.
Can you create lights? I wonder. I don't know.
With the dirty 20, Adran, and especially having read the message that was inscribed on the door leading into the well mouth. Yes, that is the dancing lights cantrip. You might want to check your minor illusion, Adran.
Still would like to try going up to the well and like creating lights down near the bottom, or like can I create a sequence of lights to see if you can see down it basically.
Del, you cast dancing lights down, and I assume like four little shining lights appear above the engraven image that Varin is standing on. And Adran, I see that you have shared minor illusion in the chat. You create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for 1 minute, or until you dismiss it, or cast it again.
I could create chimes, couldn't I?
You could create the sound of a chime, yes.
Is it really that simple? Like, is it a sound of any chimes, or is it a sound of a particular type of chime?
One way to find out.
All right. I'm going to cast minor illusion.
Okay.
And create a sound of chimes. Hopefully chimes that are designed to open a mouth.
The sound of silvery chimes fills this silent, dank room. The the bottom of the well drops open. More specifically, the bottom of the well that is a door that the water was on and that Varin was standing on when you decided to cast the spell. And both water and Varin drop into the darkness.
I jump in and follow pursuit.
There is a brief...
He's just gonna stand on the edge and look down for a second. See what he sees.
Varin did not... actually, Varin is caught very much off guard by this occasion. So much so that he doesn't even get quite the chance to cry out. And simply... Wow, with a 24, he quickly reacts and grabs onto the edge of a ladder that was only a few feet below the mouth of the well that just dropped open. And, Adran, you and he are now clinging to each other and the ladder, and we are both soaked in cold water, and Varin just kind of looks at you and is like, you couldn't have waited for me to get off?
Sorry, I'm a little excited to capture and kill a hag. Much like I would be excited about killing and capturing a wild boar. Yeah, sorry.
Do we descend as a party?
Anybody want to lower some rope and we go down the well?
We're on a ladder. Varin just kind of like, really? And then he looks down and he realizes that he's holding onto the ladder with one hand and onto you with the other, and which means he dropped his bow somewhere down there.
At least you can summon it once you have a free hand.
I can't summon it, it just appears. Usually tripping me or choking me. Varin lets go and starts descending the ladder. Hold on, I'm gonna... Thía, right before your eyes, the bow appears and falls down the ladder, slipping right past Adran's face, and there's a heavy wooden clunk of a wooden length hitting some elf's head. Ow! Do we descend?
Yes.
The ladder leads to a narrow, twisting stone staircase after about 30 feet. The staircase descends several hundreds of feet before we as a party are disgorged, as you can see, into a massive, earthy, dark chamber filled with overgrown, thick roots, subterranean plants, wrong button, and complex networks of overgrown hair-like roots. And because we are underground, Varin is no longer benefiting from Natural Explorer, which always makes him feel just that little bit nervous.
Not bad.
Not that I'd like to set up a
summer home here or anything. The roots are quite
You don't get an inspiration point because I know you already have one.
No, but I passed
Please tell me there's no rats down here.
I hope there's no giant
rats. Size? I don't think they exist.
You know full well they do. We've fought them before.
Oh, yes.
Off somewhere in the darkness is the sound of water trickling and dripping constantly, while the air smells primarily of dirt, mold, and cool, humid growth. It is underscored with a curious, salty dissonance. Before us, roughly in the middle of the chamber, as far as we can tell, rises sharply up a strange structure, not assembled or piled together. It appears to have been grown, all of a piece with itself, its surface unnaturally smooth. Do we approach it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, are we talking about this area over here?
This barrier. You may approach it. mouse button. Just so you know, this is a vertical arrangement. So basically, Adran and Thía are basically showing themselves to be flying right now. If you will please return your tokens to the ground, I appreciate it.
So we're playing that two-dimensional.
I am attempting to portray a three-dimensional space in two-dimensional terms. You will accept the bounds of my reality.
Flying?
Close. And Adran was underground.
I'm gonna have Del take a fleet foot, and Del and Thía take a walking feet.
Okay, noted. Close examination of this rising structure shows that the wall appears to be fibrous and more in a plant-like manner rather than stone. Adran, if you like, you can give. Well, anyone who would like to may give me a nature check.
Yeah, let's see what I got.
Guidance would apply here if Del wants to cast it. However, it's not needed.
That's Thía with the nature check.
Thank you, Thía, and thank you, Adran. You both succeed. As you touch the surface of this, you're reminded not so much of a tree, so much as more like the cocoon or the chrysalis of a caterpillar, but on an enormous scale.
I sure hope that's Mother.
You want this to be Mother?
Yeah.
I can't see the top.
Since
Actually,
it's here, we could kill it.
I can see the top of it. I can see where it ends roughly.
Thea's gonna try and just like climb it like 2 feet to see if it seems reasonable to climb or not.
It is. It's kind of odd. It's slightly pliable, but at the same time, it's crackly and creaky, kind of like old. Actually, kind of like old snake skin. Now you think of it.
That's bad.
In essence, while it looks solid and such, you can climb it. It's just not. It doesn't have the type of texture that you would expect of a tree or a rock face, but you can climb it. And second story work would apply here for Thía.
Yeah.
Which means you ignore all climbing speed restrictions, except for difficult terrain. But this is not difficult. Thía, are you proceeding forward on your own?
I'm gonna guess there's no way really around it, is there?
I mean, we can walk around it. It's just, again, I'm trying to portray a three-dimensional space.
Which way do you want us to go?
Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Can't go around it. Gotta go through it.
Are you proposing cutting into it?
I'm kidding.
Oh.
I was thinking about having to just kind of grab Agent and shove him into it and see if that worked.
An aggressive response, but sometimes it works.
It's like, you wanted to go through it?
Alright, so how do you wish to approach this structure, sir?
Lightning bolt! No, I'm kidding.
Well, I could try and climb up it and set us up with a rope to climb up. Or we could try to go around.
I like that idea. I've done a lot of the, running around and tracking today. I'm okay with her doing some of the work.
Sure.
Varin volunteers Thía. I volunteer Thía as tribute.
I second the motion.
Take someone else's rope off them if someone would volunteer it.
I think you have a rope.
In fact, I think I need a few ropes because it's about 80 feet tall up there, I think.
So just so you're aware, Thía, we're standing on the surface of the ground.
Okay, but it's about 80 foot tall up there, right?
Measuring from you, 70, 80, something like that. Varin will hand over a rope.
And so I think these things are only like 20 feet. I'm trying to double check.
The ropes are 50 feet each.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I'll borrow your rope and I'll climb up.
Okay. Thea, I have one quick question for you. Are you going quietly?
Let's find out.
We will go quietly into the night.
Well, a use of reliable talent says yes, you are going quietly. Not invisibly, but quietly.
So I get that high.
You can go much higher than that.
And that high?
You can go up to that high in one turn without dashing because you took a fleet foot leaf.
I'm going cautiously, is what I mean. I'm waiting to see if anything happens.
You can go that high, still going cautiously.
Okay. Then I'll go all the way up.
Okay. Reaching the top, it's fairly solid structure despite its apparent age. With a slightly conical offset top. And let me see if you can see this from here. There might be a gap further along the top of this thing. It's a little hard to tell with the angles and such. Do you go and check it out, or do you lower the rope first?
I'll lower the rope first.
Okay.
And do I get any sense whether this thing is any way alive or dead?
I mean,
or inanimate?
You don't feel anything from it. It doesn't seem to be moving. It doesn't seem to be pulsing. There does seem to be something of a... You've stood on solid ground. It's a solid surface, but it doesn't feel fully solid. It kind of shifts about here and there, kind of like it's more squishy than rigid. Adran, who do you want to go up the rope next?
Feeling about this. Sorry.
Adran,
as I say, I'm getting a bad feeling about this, but I will secure the rope with a piton on the top and then toss the rest down.
I would have given you an inspiration point for the Star Wars reference, but you already have one, so there.
Del can take one.
Del didn't make the comment. Or you can share your inspiration point to Del and then take an inspiration point to Ed. Adran, who do you want to go up the rope for next?
I'll go because everybody else is talking.
Valid. And Thea, there is definitely a gap that leads down to what appears to be a dark crystal. If there's a color to it, you cannot tell.
I think it's bad beyond bad feeling, and this just doesn't seem good.
Adran, with the rope descending, you're able to climb at... You know what? Nope, you're able to climb at just your regular climbing speed. So you treat it with the same mechanics as difficult terrain.
Oh, difficult terrain?
Yes, 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot moved.
Alright, even if I tried dashing, that still doesn't help me.
If you were to dash, that gives you 80 feet, so you would be able to climb 40 with dash.
Okay. Could I dash?
You can dash. Are you attempting to go quietly? Or are you just climbing at flank speed?
Can I go quietly?
Your choice. Do you want to dash or do you want to stealth?
I want to stealth. But...
Alright, give me the stealth and you can climb only 40 feet.
Okay. Stealth, come here.
So you'll be able to get to here. Oh, sorry, you dashed. You did not dash, sorry. So this is the correct position for you. You feel fairly quiet. And then you can dash now and still go quietly and you'll get to here. Varin will beckon to Del. Up you go, little one.
Yeah, ready?
Does Del wish to go quietly?
Sure. Do I need to make a stealth check?
If you want to go quietly.
And we're claiming at half speed, basically, right?
Unless you have second story work. Del is not terribly quiet. It's harder work than Del's used to. A little bit of puffing and huffing there, Del. For all the traveling we've been doing, maybe you need to work out a little bit more.
Old man.
There we go.
Adran, you can
And
reach the top.
Thea, go ahead and take a hide action at the top.
I'm sorry?
Say what?
Thea's gonna take a hide action.
With a nat 1, you get reliable talent, and 27. Adran, you can go ahead and reach the top.
Okay.
Varin will bonus action himself. Del, you can move. Or you can dash if you wish.
Del already did dash.
Oh.
That's where his dash got him.
Varin is quieter than Thea.
For now.
He's so quiet, I don't even know where he is.
And then he will dash. Because he can bonus action stealth. Del, there's just a quiet shuffling of movement, and you look around. That was kind of odd. When you eventually look up, you can just barely see a shape of Varin passing you. Del, you can dash if you want. I think you have 40, so you can move 40 feet up.
Thea's gonna go ahead and back up. Are we doing turns?
Not yet.
Okay, Thea's just gonna back up and then basically take a jump to get to the other side.
Okay. For the purposes of this, I will say we can go ahead and consider ourselves on the top of this thing. And we are down 2 ropes, unless we want to bring it with us.
Why don't we?
He'll take him. He'll pick him up and kind of redistribute it to everyone.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go down the creepy dark hole first? Says a voice out of the darkness.
He's curious what's on the other side first.
A ways down.
Oh.
Oh, my back.
Well, actually, before we put away the ropes, let's just re-secure them here, and then kind of toss it so that it goes down like this.
Like so?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Considering I did that basically blind, I can't see anything. Alright, Adran, who do you want to go down the rope first?
I think I want to cast some dancing lights down there first.
Okay. Let me scroll. Hang on 1 second.
And Del could help as well with that.
What is the range on dancing lights? Is it 120?
Yes.
But
they have to remain within 20 feet of each other.
And it is a concentration cantrip, just to be aware.
Okay.
You illuminate what seems to be a slightly circular room.
Okay.
It's very dark inside. And seems to be pretty empty.
Alright.
Although, if anything is there invisibly, well, he just kind of said hi.
Oh well. Might as well tell him hi.
Who wants to go down?
I'll go down first.
Do you want to keep your dancing lights down there?
Sure.
Alright, let me add this. Alright, so while I put this out there, Adran, please determine the climbing order. Who's going down first, second, third, fourth, etc. You said yourself for first.
I'll go down first, then Del, then Thea, then Varin.
Okay. Please do not move your tokens. While I make some adjustments. Del, are you keeping dancing lights as well, or are you going to let it go?
I'll spread some out for now.
Okay, hang on 1 second. That was the wrong button.
Ooh,
come on. There we go.
That was not all the right buttons. Oops.
Sorry, my normal mouse is slightly malfunctioning lately. and so it tends to grab things. So basically, I'm juggling between 2 different mice to make this work.
Gus.
All right, Adran, you're going first, followed by Del, followed by Thía. Yes?
Yes.
Followed by myself. All right. Going in single file down the rope. All right. Let's do this, and then over here. There we go. Look at that. Descending into the inside of the structure minimizes the scent of nature and now intensifies the smell of salty brine and something incredibly sanitary. The walls of the chamber are murkily translucent, letting us look out into a darkling void. Just as, if you will kindly look to the east of the screen, something absolutely enormous swims by, with a enormous key dangling from a chain about its neck. It is abnormally huge and magnified in clarity despite the murky quality of the vision. It moves away through the murk, heading out of sight. Hold that thought. Adran, you are just now getting onto the ground.
Okay.
Del is a few feet above you. Thía is a few feet above Del. Varin is about, let's say... Actually, you know what? I will say Adran and Del are on the ground. Thía, you are almost on the ground. Varin is about 15-20 feet from the ground when his whole body suddenly jerks and twitches, and he spins to look towards the door, which is in the south of the map. Would everyone be so kind as to roll for initiative?
Okay.
And thank you. Theo, while we're doing this, what was your question?
I'm trying to figure out how we got from where we were into the orientation of this map. Is it now like all of this brown stuff is now the floor, or are we still in more of a vertical setting?
It is now floor, yes.
Okay.
So now
all
we're
this is kind of that blue, this pink wall, this kind of that blue outlined pillar we saw beneath us.
Wow, Adran. Yes, Thía. Adran with a nat 20 on initiative. Wrong button for Varin. Please ignore that. Let's roll the correct button for Varin.
Feeling a little jealous there? No.
You're right. Thía and Del? I think Thea's feeling jealous.
Dang.
The 13 is for Del, I believe, yes?
Yes.
So for Thieves' reflexes, that means Thea will get a second turn on initiative count 15. Excuse me.
Wait. Oh, 15, thank you. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Varin is some feet off the ground. His hands are full climbing on the rope. Thía, you are roughly 10 feet off the ground. Your hands are full of rope. Adran and Del are on the ground. Varin, looking at the door, will blurt out, "There's something there!" in a very tense voice. Adran, you are first up to act, sir. What do you do? By the way, so because of the climbing and such, you do not have your shield in hand, nor your sword.
Right. Nor my sword?
Nor your sword.
Okay. I actually
Unless-
drop concentration on dancing lights.
Noted.
And then
Plunging
I'm
us
going
into
to
darkness.
cast. What?
Plunging us into darkness.
And then I was going to cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Ah. What is the duration on that, sir?
I believe it's 10 minutes.
Would you put it in the chat for me, please? It is 10 minutes, and concentration. 1 action to cast.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. Thea, what was your question you were going to ask?
Well, I wasn't really asking. I was just kind of like repeating the comment that basically all of us have our hands empty or full of rope.
Yes. Adran, you cast the spell to protect yourself or someone else? Because it's a range of
from-
touch. Sorry?
It is within touch.
Uh-huh.
So I was going to cast it on myself.
Noted. Anything else for you, sir?
Um,
You can bonus action summon Sanguine nonetheless to your hand and ignite it at the same time.
yes, I was planning on doing that and keeping it on force.
Excellent. I believe it is already set to that.
Yes.
You've used your action, unless you want to use Action Surge. You still have your movement.
I'm going to wait on Action Surge.
Noted. Did you want to move anywhere?
Yes, I wanted to move towards the door, but not all the way.
Okay, go ahead and position yourself.
And then I'm going here. There. And
Okay.
that's going to be the end of my moves.
Noted. Thea, you still do have the spell scroll active on yourself. You are, I think I said 10 feet off the floor. It is your turn.
I could jump down, right? Because I can jump more than 20 feet. Is that right? Well, I think I can jump 10 feet.
I would say you can slide down the rope. That would be safer. That's a controlled descent rather than a plummet. Basically,
Okay,
you're
I guess
you're doing a controlled fall, so it won't take any movement. You just slide. Does that make sense?
Hold on, just, yeah, hold on. 3 plus strength mod, which is 4. Yeah, I guess I can only jump 4 feet. I thought I could jump taller than that. Yeah, I'll just slide down the rope.
Okay.
I'll use my interaction to take out both my sword and dagger.
Utilizing your dual wielder and gaining +1 to armor class.
I'm still counting as hidden, right? From my previous hide attempt on top of this pillar thing?
Yes. However, you go there, and it's very curious. It's almost like the air rippled for a brief second. As you moved forward and you sense the presence of a creature, you rush forward, bring your blades to bear, and there's a brief squeezing sensation, a blurble and a plop. And Thea, you are suddenly holding your breath. As you are now engulfed in a bunch of slime.
Did it drop on top of me, or where'd it come from?
You walked directly into it.
The gelatinous cube.
The gelatinous cube. Dun dun dun.
Why could I not see it in front of me as I walk?
Because it is transparent, even when it is in plain sight. Excuse me. Hang on. So blind sense would. Did you eat blind? No, Adran ate the bad-eyed berry. Right. Okay.
Well, either way, actually, hold on. Dungeon Devil.
Dungeon Delver applies more to traps. Blind sense, you are aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of you.
Yeah, I should go.
It won't give you. It doesn't give you sight. Okay, it gives you sense. I would say Because I'm always confused about how to portray in the verbal sense what this is like.
So
it is,
if
hold on. Nope, hold on. I'm thinking. What is your passive perception?
Working on it, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
17.
Okay. So, can I put this in the chat? Yes, I can. Alright, so this is a feature of the gelatinous cube. Even when it is in plain sight, it takes a... Would you say your passive was 15?
17.
17, okay. Takes a successful DC 15 Wisdom Perception check to spot a cube that is neither moved nor attacked. A creature that tries to enter the cube's space while unaware of the cube is surprised by the cube. The only thing is... I'm wrestling with this notion of blind sense. Because it would make you aware of its presence. And you were going to attack it. I would say...
Well, I was just walking towards the door.
Right, but you sensed a presence there at the door with blind sense. And that. Tell you what I'll do. I will give you an attack at disadvantage. If you take it, then you will hit or miss. You will be engulfed. However, if you don't want to take the attack, then give me a dexterity saving throw at normal to see if you can avoid crashing into something. Your choice. Attack it and get engulfed if you hit, or try and dodge away from it.
I guess part of why I'm confused is I have a higher wisdom perception than it takes to see this thing.
I'm aware.
If I'm reading it. Okay.
I'm aware. It takes a successful DC 15 Wisdom Perception check. What I'm basically allowing, because technically speaking,
Oh,
you're
wait,
going
sorry.
Yeah, I was still talking. That's okay. Dexterity save. I will say, because between blind sense and your heightened awareness, you, unlike someone who would not have the same awareness, you do twist aside at the last moment, and I'm going to position you. Hold that thought. Right there. Okay? So you are not engulfed, nor holding your breath. So technically speaking, Thía, you don't see this thing. You would when it says things like an actual check, and this is something I've run into before. That would be an actual action to search to find something. Okay? The passive perception is just like your ambient awareness. Why am I having something selected here? What's going on? Sorry. So your ambient awareness allows you to notice things without actually searching for them. A perception check is when you are specifically searching for things. So there is a small, if significant, difference. But between blind sense and your heightened awareness, that's why I'm allowing for the dexterity save. Make sense?
I'll just accept it for now, and I'll ask you about that later.
Okay. And you do still have your action. So effectively, this is not invisible. It's just transparent. You're looking straight through it. All you see is a door. You hear that there is a change to the air pressure in front of you.
So, if I make an attack now, are you still going to consider that to automatically engulf me?
No, I would say no. You can attack at this point, but at normal. You'll still get sneak attack if you hit, because Adran's within 5 feet.
I'm going to make a last move here.
Okay, pressing up against the wall.
Yeah, I believe that gives me flanking.
Oh,
wait, sorry, it doesn't really matter, because he's within 5 feet of one of my enemies anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I was like,
No,
Trust me when I say.
I forgot what it took to kind of activate my sneak attack. I had it confused with something else.
No worries. And no, I would not give
So
sneak
I will
attack.
take
Sorry, I would not give flanking on that position.
Yeah, but yeah, I was looking for something else and I mixed up rules.
So that'll hit.
And I do believe that does still allow for sneak attack because he's
It
within
does
5 feet of
indeed.
my enemy. Okay, thank you.
Alright, sneak attack applies 31. Piercing from the sword, total of 37. Watch that health bar. 37. It is, I beg pardon for the snort. It is not bloodied. Quite.
Haha! Take this!
Of course,
back.
it's
I want my sword back.
Platinus
Okay,
cube.
cool.
It doesn't have blood.
10,
Exactly.
15, 20.
And Thea, you're stepping back, is that what you said?
25. Yes. We can come over here.
Okay. That will
Oh,
trigger
I
an
might
attack
turn
of
that.
opportunity.
Okay. And it misses by a mile.
Yeah, by a long, slow mile. Anything else for you, Thea?
As I'm moving off in that direction, I'm going to use a bonus action to hide.
Nice. Let's see it.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Noted. 29 stealth. Please remember that.
Yep.
Varin is going to do a controlled slide down to the ground. And I just saw that my health bar is not appearing. That's rude. Yeah, there's my health bar. Puddle of acid on the floor. Lovely. Varin will take out his elven longbow. Take swift aim. Yeah. I'm gonna put sharpshooter on this. And Colossus Slayer. Because it's wounded. Varin will take 2 shots from his swiftly dwindling quiver of arrows. First shot. And then take Colossus Slayer off. Take Colossus Slayer off. Take Colossus Slayer. There we go. And then arrow down. And take another shot. Alright. That is 10 from Sharpshooter and 2 from Colossus Slayer. Plus 6 from his arrow. Check the armor class real quick. Yeah, okay, yeah, both these shots are definitely going to hit. Oh, yeah. Alright, so it's 12 and 6 and 18. That's a total of 36 damage. Watch that health bar. And then we'll quickly position himself between that thing and Del. Right. Real quick, did you roll for Del earlier? Yes, you did. Perfect.
He had like
Alright.
a 17 or 13. I think it was 13. 13.
Thea, we are at Thieves' Reflexes. Now, and as Varin is moving to that position, Varin will quickly whisper to the party, "There's something on the other side of the door." And Thea, it is your turn. Oh my god.
Seeing a good opportunity, I'm gonna rush in. I'm gonna
Okay.
stab it again.
That makes sense.
And the right button. There it is.
That does still hit. You do not attack at advantage.
Nope, but I do get sneak attack.
You
in
do.
turn.
There's an explosion of slime and acidic gases, a bubbling shriek, and a telepathic voice screaming, "But why?"
Because you were there. Didn't you remember those things being a lot scarier at one point?
I don't recall one ever speaking before. Del, it is your turn.
I'm a little shocked, but I'm surprised it didn't shout out JELLO.
Del.
I'm
Opening the door for us would be helpful.
I just say, well, okay. I was debating between opening the door myself and waiting for someone else to open it, and then sending in minor illusion. I think I can do a minor illusion through it. Never mind. I'll just go open the door.
Opening the door is an interaction. So what
Okay, I'll spend both an interaction and an action. Basically, what I want to do is open the door, but also take my shield and staff back out.
You can take your shield out. Your staff will have to wait until your next turn.
Okay.
All right, you can open the door.
I'll open the door.
Okay.
And then wait, that was like.
You open the door, and you just see to the side a carapace of something rather large with a lot of legs.
And I'm gonna move, and I'm gonna move, and I'm gonna move, and I say, Adran, there's something on the other side.
I already told him that, Varin protests.
Thank you, Del. I greatly appreciate that.
What am I, chopped liver? Adran, it is your turn. You have sword in hand, force blade activated, no shield, and you have protection from evil and good running.
Well, I am going to equip my shield. That's basically my action.
Indeed.
So let me equip it.
Taking Thieves' reflexes off. There we go.
Now I'm at an armor class of 25. Yay!
Woo-hoo!
And now I'm going to creep around the door and just get a glimpse of it.
There is a great big caterpillar right there. That's the first thought. Oh wow, it has lots of tentacles on its face.
And it's bigger than you are.
With surprisingly short legs.
But
Well, you know what they say about
at least 3 of us.
Well, you know what they say about creatures and short legs.
No, what do they say?
I don't know. I thought you knew.
Drat.
That they're short?
They don't run very fast. I'm going to say that.
Noted. Adran, what do you want to do with your turn, sir? Oh, wait, you used your action, didn't you?
I did, and
Okay.
now that I end my turn.
Noted. You end your turn in the doorway.
Yep.
Thía, it is your turn.
Sorry.
Yawning not allowed.
I don't think I took a bonus. I did take a bonus action. Hide.
You did not.
Did I?
No, not
I
after
did
your last
not.
attack. I forgot to ask you. You can bonus action
Well-
hide now.
Just thought I'd
So
let you guys
here?
know now. On the other side of the caterpillar, quite a ways down, is another door.
I'm gonna move out of sight. Then I'll
Nice.
bonus action hide.
There you go.
I'll come here and I'm gonna stab it around the corner.
You have advantage on the attack, but it gets a little bit of cover. A little bit.
And seeing that my angle's not so good, can I move? Oops, that's the wrong thing. I didn't really like. Can I move 5 feet closer?
Sure. That will take away cover.
No, my cover. Follow that blade around the corner myself a little bit and get a good stab on it.
Alright, let's see it. That will hit. 39 sneak attack and 7. That's a total of 46 damage. Watch that health bar. Blood just gouts down on you, along with what appears to be stringy piles of some sort of white organic semi-fluid.
Oh, it's gross.
Anything else for you, Thía? That was your bonus action, your movement, and Thea has disappeared. She was so disturbed by that, she ran away. Adran, can you still hear me? You're muted.
Yes, I can still hear you.
Noted. Okay. So Thía used her bonus action, her action. Where'd she go?
I don't know.
Oh, here she comes.
There she is.
Slowly.
Hello?
Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry, I got disconnected there for a second.
How rude of you. But you used your action to attack, your bonus action to hide prior to your attack. And I'm not sure how much of your movement you used.
And your bonus action to get yourself back on screen.
Yeah, indeed.
Trying to figure that out.
15,
20,
25.
Yeah. I moved 25 feet.
Out of a lot.
And I'm basically I'll risk the opportunity attack, but I'm going to step back out of the way.
Okay, that will indeed trigger an attack of opportunity.
Hurrah!
One of its tendril-like tentacles reaches out to slightly smack you.
Bite me.
It gets a 16, which does not touch.
Misses by not quite a mile, but it's still a good bit.
Adran. Did someone shut the door?
Yeah.
I keep clicking it by accident when I'm trying to click on the character token. Sorry.
One of these tendrils. Stop that.
Click.
One
Wow.
of the
Can I do it again?
No, stop it. One of the tendrils reaches out and shuts the door in your face.
How dare you?
That's surprising.
It doesn't like you. I don't like you either.
And then there's a scuttling, scratching sound. And then silence. Next turn is Varin. Varin has his longbow in hand. So Varin is going to move over here, pointing out of his 55 feet. Varin is going to fling himself through the door into a twisting horizontal position, spinning around to face upwards. He is going to attack at disadvantage, and he's also going to trigger a readied action. Readied action, go. That misses Varin. Varin is going to shoot while he's airborne and horizontal, so at disadvantage. Gonna go ahead and use sharpshooter. Why not? One arrow away. 15 minus 5 is 10 to shoot. 10 to hit. 10 for the attack roll, which does miss. He's going to land prone here. And Adran, from basically, you don't see the creature. What you see is one of the tendrils reaching down from above the doorway.
Oh, talk
It's
about
on
trick or treat.
It's on the wall above the door. Flat on his back, so disadvantage on the attack. This time, no sharpshooter. Varin will grunt out a breath and take another shot. Come on. That one. Both missing. Okay. Ouch! Knock the wind out of me! Del, it is your turn. Oh, my shoulder.
I think Dell's just gonna cast guidance on everyone.
Do you mean bless?
Bless. Sorry, I mean bless.
Bless you.
And thank you.
I just need to double check to make sure. Yes, Aaron's just within range.
Noted, thank you. So you should have bless added to your character sheets for global attack modifiers. Did you want to move anywhere, Del? You should be concentrating now.
Working on it. Hold on.
Noted. Shouldn't have gone for the trick shot.
I'm just gonna move over here, kind of along the wall.
Okay. Adran, you now have.
Behind there.
Noted.
Hi.
You're fine. Adran, you now have. Come on. Checking something. Sorry. Adran, you now have your sword in hand, your shield in hand. What do you want to do, sir?
I want to come out and swing upward and try to see if I can hit this guy.
Okay. It is crouched on the wall above you. It is a bit of a reach, but you should be within range. Take the attack.
About here?
Yes. So basically it's on the wall above the door. I just didn't want to position it there and actually block sight or anything.
Yeah. Alright, and I swing at my Sanguine nonetheless right at it. Oh, make sure I'm on normal.
And you should have 1d4 from bless.
Yep, I was able to apply that to this attack roll.
Excellent. That'll hit.
You forgot to mention it specifically, but could I have had Del use his interaction to take his staff out?
Yes.
Thank you.
Adran, you thrust your blade of force right up between this thing's mandibles. And you must have hit something rather vital, because more of that white, semi-fluid, ropey flesh stuff comes pouring out in a gout of death. Give me a dexterity saving throw as this thing starts to fall off the wall right above your head.
Ooh, and you can add D4 to it.
And it's for saving throws too?
Dexterity?
Yeah, actual saving throws.
Dexterity saving throw, and you add a d4 to that. Thank you, Del.
That's kind of the main reason I added it, is I feel risky right now.
Valid. You managed to avoid getting hit by either its bulk or its tendrils. Okay, give me 1 second.
Well, that is great.
Thud.
But what if it tastes like grubs?
Slimy yet satisfying.
I don't think so. I'm good. I've eaten enough weird stuff. Alright, Adran, you still have the rest of your movement, and any further attacks if you want to use them.
I am moving over to this other door because I want to investigate it.
Very well. How do you wish to investigate it? Do you wish to examine it, or just to open it?
To open it, just to see what's going on.
You drop Sanguine nonetheless, reach out, grab the handle. It is locked.
Ah! That's a cool little feature. I love that.
I will point out, you did see a key recently.
Yeah, I saw it on something that was crawling around and had mandibles and armor.
Varin from the ground over to the side. I thought it was swimming. Anything else for you, sir?
I guess that's it for now. So.
You can bonus action summon Sanguine nonetheless back.
Or I could just pick it up.
You used your interaction on the door.
Oh, right. Bonus action, summon! I like that trick.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm gonna start by looking up and see if I see that giant bug thing that had the key somewhere.
So you saw it horizontally through the wall. Sorry, hang on.
Oh, that away.
You saw it that way. And it swam off in that direction.
Through the wall?
Yes, as I read earlier, these walls are slightly translucent. We can actually see through them. This pink
Okay.
line is a wall that you can see through somewhat.
Okay, I misunderstood that. Well, in that case, not quite, because I don't see any way I could walk through over here, do I?
It looks like a wall. Imagine, if you will, like a really unclear glass. You
Yeah.
can see through it, it's not always advisable to try and walk through it.
Yeah, but I don't see any, like, holes or anything like that.
No.
I'm gonna start coming down here. And over here. And I say, there's a door over here, guys.
There is indeed. Was that the full of your movement?
That was 45.
Okay.
This
I'm gonna
place has
bonus
many
actions
turns.
dash. And use my interaction to open the door.
You said you used your bonus action to dash. You also see a shift of movement over there.
And I say, that doesn't look good.
And Adran, what was your comment question?
This place has more tourists than a pretzel factory.
Anything else for you, Thía?
I'm gonna walk in here a little bit. It seems I only see an empty room.
There is a collection of skeletons arranged in neat piles according to size. Perhaps.
No bones about it.
Did you want to
Do
investigate?
I notice anything? Yes.
Okay, I warn you, it would take your action to investigate or search. Do you still wish to?
Yes.
Please give me a perception check at this... wait, hold on. You have a certain feature, I believe. Skulker, that removes disadvantage on perception checks.
Yes,
In
that
dim light.
is. There it is. There it is.
Please give it to me at normal for perception.
You wanted a wisdom perception check? Was it?
Yes, please and thank you.
Oh, sorry. I forgot I had advantage on. My bad.
But that's okay. We go with the first result as per our house rule. These skeletons are arranged not just in terms of size, but actually in full sets of skeletons. But none of the bones are in any way, shape, or form misarranged. So every skeleton is one full person's former skeleton. They are arranged in order of size. So, like, on one side, there's large skeletons of human stature. Over there's another pile of slightly smaller but still full-sized human stature. There's a couple of, well, they might be children-sized skeletons. Every single skeleton has a hole bored through the front of the skull.
So keep the face safe. Keep the face safe. Keep the face safe.
Anything else for you, Thía?
No, I think that's it for here. I believe that was 20, 30, 45 in the end of my turn.
Okay. And do you want to warn and tell everyone that you see the bulk of the thing over there?
Can I, like, kind of whisper call it? You know what? Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm close to that thing anyway, so I'm just gonna call it out.
Okay. What do you say to everyone?
There's a big creepy thing over here that needs to die.
Varin is going to
and
spend.
it has a shiny too.
Indeed, you do see an enormous key dangling from by chains about its neck. Varin is going to spend half of his movement to stand up, kind of breathing a little heavily. Okay. I'm alright. Half of his movement, half of 55-ish. 25. Hang on. Nope, wrong button. I'm going to say that without dash, he can move 30 feet after standing up. Okay, so he goes here. Looks through the wall. And how are we supposed to do anything about it? He's going to take the action to dash past you, Thía.
I'm sorry, did you say something to you?
He was just kind of like wondering how are we supposed to do anything about this thing with the wall being in the way. Because he cannot go through a wall. And Varin will take a bonus action to stealth. Oh, I left it on disadvantage. We go with the first result as normal, which is 18. Right, Del, it is your turn, sir. You're suddenly very alone.
Oh, well, computer problems.
And no. I'm not.
I'm just gonna catch up to Adran and say, "Hey, buddy, can I stay close to you?
Keep me safe, please."
Close to me, sure.
And could I ready an action to dash and follow Adran wherever he goes?
I will accept that. All right. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Now it is time for this guy. It suddenly moves and scurries downward. It's moving through what appears to be open air, maybe? We're not entirely sure what's beyond this semi-translucent wall. It suddenly angles itself down and drifts forward, and then it carves its way into an even deeper darkness and out of sight. Huh. Where'd it go? Varin is thinking.
I'm back. We have a grub for you. Slimy yet satisfying. Yours.
Speaking of grub, something comes crawling up out of the earth right behind Varin. Varin barely twists aside at the last possible moment, right before the mandibles would have caught him in the back. What?
Graboids!
Top of the round, Adran, to you, sir.
I'm gonna keep going around this other side, just to see what's here.
Very well.
There's 40 feet.
And Del, you can use your reaction if you so wish.
And there is, in fact, another door over here. I'm just going to dash right to it.
Okay.
I'll follow as far as I can.
That puts me almost to the doorstep.
Indeed, but not quite close enough.
No.
Anything else you want to do with your turn, sir?
That'll be the end of my turn.
Noted. Thía, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Okay.
I don't think I did that on my last turn.
You did not. You used your bonus action to dash.
And I'm gonna wish I hadn't done that, but it's too late now.
That is a use of reliable talent. And you do have your swords in hand. Yes.
I'm running in, just darting in to stab it full force.
Okay. You are... Hang on, let me check something. You are technically unseen by it. Yes. So you do have advantage on the attack. 29 will hit. You stab it in the base of its skull while it's menacing Varin, and there's a ringing ping sound as you also pierce the chain. Augmentor's magic edge slicing cleanly through. as you deal it a total of 39 sneak attack, 6 from their sword, so that is 45 damage. As it drops, Varin is going to spin around and dexterity saving throw with a d4. Thank you, Del. Okay, so that's 23. Varin spins around and catches the key out of midair. It is an ordinary-sized key. And we will continue in initiative order. Thía, did you have any further movement? I don't think... did you already move your full movement? No, you still have, I think, 15 feet. And you are currently revealed.
Yeah, I'll move just a little bit further down. Fortunately, I already spent my bonus action hide.
Indeed.
But I
So
could
you are
have
now
gone
revealed.
for flanking that time.
Sorry?
So I realized right after I did that, I could have gone for flanking, but oh well.
Yep. No worries.
So that's the end of her turn. Nice catch!
Okay.
Thea just kind of like runs by, stabbing this thing as she could. Carries almost right past it.
I feel a little less embarrassed by those 2 shots earlier. Having said that, I'm gonna hide. Varin gets a 15 to hide, turns, and is going to, if I can get this out of my way, there we go. You just hear him kind of muttering to himself, kind of like, so what is this thing for anyways? As he kind of regards the key as he moves on. And the last thing he'll do is he'll turn and regard that door. He's got a key in one hand and his bow in the other. Right. Moving along in the tracker. Here we go. We are going to remain in initiative order. Del, it is now your turn.
I'm mostly gonna catch up to Adran.
Okay.
And like last time, I'll ready an action to dash and follow him.
Noted. In that case, top of the round, Adran.
Well, I approach the door, drop my sword, sanguine nonetheless, and open this strange-looking door.
You're greeted by a narrow passageway and a sharp cut to the right.
Well, then I'm gonna bonus action and pick up my sword again.
Cool. Do you proceed?
Yeah. That's about half my movement speed, and I'm looking in the room.
This room
What
is
exactly is in this room?
piles of dust. Fine white dust literally fills this room nearly to your toes. Sorry. At your toes, it descends into a deep pit. From the bottom of this, from the unknown bottom of this pit, nearly to the ceiling above your head, it's just full of dust. Fine, ground down dust.
I wonder if this is diamond dust.
At a glance, it is not. It is not sparkly. It is dull grayish white.
I wonder
Interestingly,
if it's bone dust.
kind of in the color and tone of bones.
Well, do I have any of spells that need bone dust?
I don't think you do.
I don't think so. If I was a necromancer, maybe. For all those viewers out there, hint, hint.
Shush you. Spoilers. Adran, anything else for you, sir?
I don't think there's anything interesting in here, or anything that I find interesting, so I'm gonna leave.
Are you going to shut the door behind you?
I'm planning on it, yeah.
Okay. That would take your action to shut it.
Well, I already used my interaction to open it, right?
Yep, but you opened it, it takes an action or a fresh interaction to shut it. Because you already used your interaction.
I'll leave it. I'll leave it open.
Noted. Do you have any further movement left to you?
Actually,
dash.
no. That was all of my further movement.
You could still dash with your action.
That's true.
Since you're not shutting
I
the door.
will look at Dell and say, "Hey, Dell, you have the chance to close the door."
Shut the door for me, child.
I'm still trying to keep up.
Did you want to move on, sir?
Let's see. 40 feet puts me here, and
What is your passive perception?
I believe 15.
Okay.
Could be 16.
Why is this not working?
Oh, it's 16.
Okay. You would hear very faint footsteps around the corner.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm hearing something there, but I'm not sure if it's friend or foe.
Right?
Although if I use my scent of smell,
That's a bit of a pong there.
yeah, it smells like the desert and the sands and the grasslands and all that.
Thea, it is your turn.
Dell's actually first going to spend his interaction to use that ready to action dash.
Uses reaction.
Well, yeah, reaction and, to activate that ready to action.
Yes.
Right?
He uses his reaction to carry out his ready to action.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Thea, it is your turn. Varin has the key. There is a door here that Varin is basically quote-unquote flanking with you.
Sorry.
Why are you continuing to roll? Turn that off.
I did.
Thank you.
For now.
That's valid. In either case, it's their use of reliable talent.
There's that bonus action hide. I'll move down there.
Okay.
25 feet. Interaction, open the door.
You're greeted by a long, twisting tunnel.
And do I notice anything else in here?
Seems empty at the moment. You can't see the whole of it from where you are. Still seems mostly empty.
Okay.
Do you want to go any further?
Seems mostly empty?
Well, there's still a bit of the room you can't see. Do you want to go any further?
Oh, action dash to here.
In this little alcove is a pile of ash. There are fragments of slightly burnt cloth. The ash is quite settled, very cold and gray.
I guess I'll come down. That is my action and bonus action. But I'd like to try and kind of investigate it if I can.
There's a few. You use your action and your bonus action already, so kind of basically you move and you're just looking at a big pile of ash. So that's
okay.
it for, unless you want to move it. Unless you have any movement left to you, that's kind of it for your turn.
Yeah, that's it for my movement and action and whatnot. I have an interaction if there's anything interesting to pick up, but otherwise that's it.
You used your interaction to open the door.
Oh, that's right.
Varin is going to slide around here, having not heard any screams or yells or anything. Comes up to you, Adran, and hands you a key. I don't know what this is, but it was dangling from the neck of the bug thing that we saw swimming, and he kind of shakes a bunch of liquid and blood and ichor off his hand. And Adran, you're muted. Your hands are also full. I just thought of that. Varin hands the key to Dell. Nope, Dell's hands are full. Varin holds the key. Adran, are you there, sir? He might have stepped away. In the meantime, while we wait for him, Varin is holding. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I just stepped out for a bit.
Okay. Varin is holding a key up to you and kind of looking at it curiously and says, I don't know what this is. Del, it is your turn.
Well, I did see a locked door behind us, actually.
That's true, there was a locked door.
So... Del's gonna ready his action to stay with the group.
Noted. In that case, top of the round. Adran, to you, sir. Do you want to lead Varin back that way?
Yes, I do.
One more button. There we go. Okay, then take the lead, sir.
Del's...
Go ahead for Del.
As it does this and ask, where's Thía?
Oh, she'll be along.
That's my first set of movement, and then I'm going to dash again.
Okay, and that will trigger Del's reaction.
Yep.
Oh, that's too far. There we go.
Nice.
That's my full dash movement.
Very nice.
Did Del didn't move at all in the last one? Is he able to keep up or no?
I would say, well, you said you were readying your action to dash, right?
Yeah.
So you can dash.
Okay.
There you go. Thía, did you want to search this pile of ash?
You
would've-
with a
okay.
bonus action if I can.
No. This takes
Not
an action.
to interact with items.
Sorry?
Hold on.
I do not see search in there. Just dash, disengage, or hide. Fast hands. Use your thieves' tools to disarm a trap or open a lock, or take the use an object action, which
There
is
you go. That's
not
what
what
I'm
this is.
Alright.
There's nothing to use. In point of fact, with a 17 passive perception in the dark with dark vision, it just looks like a bunch of gray ash,
Yeah.
and it's piled like up to your neck in terms of height.
I mean, I'll prod with my sword and whatnot, but if I don't see anything interesting, I'll turn around and go catch up.
Nothing seems interesting. You do still have your action and your bonus action.
Okay. So... There. 80. 100. Well, that's
What's your movement
90
speed?
there.
What's your total?
45.
Okay, so action to
So
dash.
I'll be able to
brings
make
it to
another.
90.
Yeah, I'll be able to make another 45 feet.
Yep, with bonus action.
So I assume I'll kind of stop and ask Varin where everyone is. And I assume he'll kind of point me in the direction.
Yeah, it just kind of points around the curve. I almost said corner, but, well, it's more of a curve. That way. Anything else for you, Thía?
Nope, I'll just carry on trying to catch up.
Okay, Varin will bonus action try and be a little bit quieter. And then we'll take an action to dash. And Varin's much quieter now. So 55. So there's Varin's current movement with Longstrider and Fleetfoot. There's a brief gust of wind as Varin bounces over Del's head. Can I get that far? No, okay. Varin is nearly at the door. Alright, go to Del's turn. It is your turn, Del.
I'm just gonna keep using that action to dash and
So
ready
you can-
action dash.
You can move and then use your action to ready an action to dash.
Sure.
That's up to you.
Basically, he's just trying to make sure he stays up with the group for now.
Noted. All right, Adran, to you, sir.
Oh. Gonna use the rest of my movement speed
Okay.
just to get up here close to everyone. It's about 35 feet.
Okay. Anything else for you, sir?
Varin, did you keep the key or did you give it to someone?
Well, everyone else's hands are full.
Okay.
Adrian's hands are full, Dell's hands are full, Thea's hands are full, Varin has a key and a bow in hand.
I'm gonna be ready in action just in case, for whatever shows
Basically-
up. So I'm gonna
First sight of an
use
enemy.
my last little bit of movement speed to get over here to give Varin enough space to open up the door.
Noted. Thea. Oops, Thea, it is your turn. I skipped your turn by accident.
I bet. There's that. That's a bonus action to get up here.
Nice.
And,
You could, Thea, interaction stow your blades. Bonus action attempt to lift the key from Varin. Wait, what was
I
your
already
passive?
used my bonus action.
Oh, you're right. And what is your passive perception? 17? You don't know where Varin is. Wow. I stand corrected. You know where Varin is because you have blind sense.
I will ready my action to get with group, I
Okay.
guess.
In that case, Della, it is your turn.
Same thing. Basically gonna, try to keep up with the group, ready to action.
And I skipped my turn. Silly me. Varin will move up, unlock the door. Hang on. With his action, and then interaction, push it open. Now it is Dell's turn.
Okay.
Dell,
Ooh,
inside
shiny.
this room, there is absolutely nothing except for a slightly glowing magic circle.
Alright, I think I'll get up to about here.
Okay.
And what do I know or understand about the magic? Can you do like an investigation or an arcana consideration?
You can give me an Arcana check. I just realized I only moved 5 feet. Baron definitely could have, should have moved in further. So I will quickly take care of that while you roll that.
It seems magical.
Indeed, precisely, sir.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Top of the round, Adran, to you, sir. You see a slightly glowing circle. You see Del go in. You have no idea where Varin went.
Well, I approach cautiously, but I also approach to the... Nope, actually, I don't want to go there, thank you. What I wanted to do was go here, and then go this way. That right there should be 40, I think.
Anything else for you, sir?
Not really sure at all, but I definitely would like to check on it.
You can give me an Arcana check.
Alright.
See if you recognize any of these symbols.
Let's see what I got. All in the wrist.
It must all be on the wrist, because your eyes tell you nothing.
I think I tripped.
Alright, I think that was all you have, yeah?
That was my action, my movement, everything.
Thea, it is your turn.
I'll follow the group in.
Okay?
Oops. And as I get close, I'm just gonna kind of ask the group, do I dare touch it?
Flip a quarter. Anything else for you, Thea?
And I'd like to wait a moment to see if there's any answers from the peanut gallery.
Okay, Adran, did you have a comment, question?
I just have a feeling that somebody's going to have to stand in the middle to activate this, and something will happen.
Well, don't forget to pull me back out, and I'll step in the middle.
Roll me a d4.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. Let me do this real quick. Thía immediately vanishes in a quiet puff. There's just a little and gone.
Well, I'm not sure if that was a good thing or a bad thing.
Nothing ventured, nothing. Varin steps into the middle and disappears. Thía, all you hear is Thía, as your eyes are opening, and all you hear is Varin saying gained. Please roll me 1d4, Thía. Thank you. Okay. Del, what do you do, sir?
Oh, I groan and cringe, and I walk into it.
Roll me 1 delta 2.
Hold on.
In the chat, just type /R.
Yeah.
Thank you, Del. There we go. Adran, it is to you, sir.
Seva. Protect us.
Wrong button.
Do I roll a d4?
Nope. You roll nothing, sir.
Oh. Okay.
Give me 1 second, please, because I hit the wrong buttons. Okay. Thía, you open your eyes, and you are confronted by a giant pool of unclear water. In the center of the pool, resting on the liquid surface, is the Keystone Artifact. It is crackling with power, and in the air above it there is a slight rip, as though in a cloth, except in the air itself. There are a few interesting looking people across this large pool from you. They are robed in what appears to be silks, and they are humanoid in arrangement of body, but furred and with jackal-like tails and heads. They are almost directly across from you. Further back...
Hold on. I just want to see if I can clarify that description. Are they wearing the furs, or do they have the fur themselves? Is it part of the skin?
They are furred. They are wearing silken robes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I misunderstood that.
No worries. Let me just grab you real quick. Hang on. Alright, I figure this will make it easier. So here is the pool of water. Here is the Keystone Artifact. Here are the robed humanoid jackal-like creatures. The entire area is thick with overgrowth of plants. 4 torches at the cardinal directions of the room light the room with brilliant light. After the dim light of the other chambers, this is almost painfully bright to you. All the way across the chamber from you is a figure that is wearing only a cloak. There is no hair anywhere on its body. Excuse me. As your eyes adjust to the brilliant flash of light, there is a brief sound, and then you hear Varin's voice saying, "Gained." What the? A split second later, as I grab the wrong thing, there we go. Dell looks around the chamber, saying, "Uh-oh." And you just hear Adran's voice saying, "us," and his words draw your attention as he appears, but there's an insect-like thing right behind him. Excuse me. So, where did I put my notes? Give me 1 second, everyone. Apologies.
Why do I always feel like somebody's watching me?
I would say take a point of inspiration, but you haven't used it. Alright, so hang on 1 second, everyone. Right. So Thía, you appeared. Where's my buttons? And then give me 1 second. I apologize, everyone. I have to sort through in my head exactly what happens here. Because I basically skipped an entire round of things in order to accommodate the timing. Oh, my neck. First Thía, then Varin. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm trying to sort through my head the arrangement and everything. Okay, what was the last action? I wish I'd known how this was gonna go. Okay, so we are still in round 9. However, there's going to be a round of actions taken outside of ourselves. Okay? No, that's just gonna complicate things. Okay, you know what? We'll make it simple. Adran, you're up first, sir. The first thing you see is this pool of liquid. You see the Keystone Artifact hovering on the water. You see these two figures over here. One looks rather familiar and slightly scarred. This fellow right here. Oops, wrong button. Hold on. You see a familiar looking figure over here behind where Dell is. And above Thea's head, you see crashing down out of the sky a stone-winged figure. What would you like to do, Adran? And Adran is muted.
First of all, what I'd like to do is use bonus action and change my blade to lightning damage.
Noted. Making the adjustment for you now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There we go. All right, and Adran, just so you were clear, you do recognize that the growth here, the plant life, as you can see, is quite green. It looks fairly similar to when Varin has caused plant life to become vastly overgrown and thick.
Yeah.
We are currently standing in an area of plant growth.
Plant growth. Do I also sense that there is a kind of creature behind me?
What is your passive perception?
16.
I will say yes.
Well, I'm going to attack at it
That makes sense.
with my blade.
I assume so. Maybe you were going up. Nat 20. Critical hit. Okay. Well, I quickly opened the character sheet to see things. Thea, did you have a question? Comment? Thea?
Sorry.
There you are.
I was gonna say something earlier, but I think it already got addressed, so never mind.
Okay. Adran, you are going to hit. That is a nat 20 for a total of 16 lightning damage, which, to your shock and disappointment, doesn't seem to hit quite as hard as you would have expected it to. There you go. Damage applied.
Oh, that's great. But I'm still going to drudge forward.
Drudge on forward.
Let's see. Difficult terrain, it's going to be, what, 10 feet or something, basically, for every single move?
To move one square will cost you 20 feet of movement. Because this is plant growth. So moving that one square is 20 feet. I believe you have 40 feet. So
Yep.
that right there comprises the totality of your movement. Unless you dash.
Okay.
And thanks to mobile, you do not trigger an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Handy that.
Mm-hmm. Although there's not really much I can do now.
True. You used your bonus action, your action.
And my attack.
Did you want to finish your other two attacks on that one creature and then move?
You know what? Yeah, I should have done that.
I will accept that. You may
Okay.
proceed.
Alright, well, here's the rest of the attack. All the good it'll do. Man, that was a lot of damage done and not a whole lot of, damage dealt.
That will indeed hit. But again, just not very effective. Not like you would have expected lightning to be.
No, maybe I should have kept on force.
Maybe. You have one final attack, sir.
Yep, here's that.
That is a dirty 20 to hit, which does indeed hit. Just, your sword is just barely biting into this guy. And then you recognize this guy. We've fought these fiends before. In desert canyons.
Yeah.
Now you finish your move, you've used your bonus action, your action to attack. Did you want to use action surge?
You know what? I actually do want to use action surge.
Gasp!
And I'll put myself right up here by this humanoid jackal.
Alright. Using arcane charge.
Arcane charge.
You appear right next to him using your teleport.
Alright. I have one more action surge left. And I'm going to now attack this guy.
That makes sense. That is 32 to hit. Ouch. That's gonna hit. There is nothing you can do to prevent that hit. However, it just doesn't seem to be biting all that hard into him. If I could get my Dungeon Master screen to respond, that would be amazing and wonderful. Okay, here we go. 10 damage. Okay. It seems that he is resistant to the lightning. There you are.
I almost wonder
You
it's because of the stone.
Who can say? Ow. 28 plus 3 is 31 to hit. Yeah, that's gonna hit. He screams and snarls in annoyance at you. You have one final attack, sir.
It's like I'm hitting him with a very small stun stick.
28 to hit. Does indeed hit. Anything else for you, sir?
Well, let's see. Already did my teleportation. I did my movement. No, I think that's all I can do.
Right. All right. Very good, sir. Thía, it is now your turn. You hear above you something of great mass and speed driving down towards you.
Do I recognize it in any way if I look up?
Hang on. It looks like a flying winged statue.
Well, I'm just gonna say it looks like Rebel.
That is valid.
It's
Why
like
did
we
you...
both of them before.
Wait, sorry, what?
I
Sorry.
don't know. There's something forked with like kind of coming in on the corners and stuff. Yeah, so my Thea moved a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I was asking that. Like, just what happened there?
I don't know. Like she came in on like the border between like 4 squares.
Yes, that was intent, but that was by design.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. I didn't try to make a move, but there's just something weird that transition does. I was trying to measure something. Any rate,
Okay.
she's gonna go over here because that looks like a pain for now, and I'd rather kill this thing quick.
Understandable.
I believe I am still hidden from earlier. There
You
was like
actually
a 20...
can't.
Because of plant growth.
Remember, moving 1 square costs 20 feet of movement.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Indeed. So, let's say you're starting from that square. Yeah. Okay. So,
Fine.
hold on. No. This square right here. There you go. Okay. Say you're starting from there. Moving here costs you 20 feet of movement. Moving here is as far as you can go unless you use an action to dash or bonus action.
How far above me is this stone-looking?
It started. Let me think. Call it 30 feet above you. It is by no means making a stealthy approach.
I guess I'm going to use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
Up this way. And I'm ready my action to strike at anything that comes close to me.
Fair enough.
I am still hidden though, if I understand it correctly from earlier, right? With like, or I don't know how well lit this area is.
This area is written. We're in full light.
Okay, so I'm not hidden.
No one's hidden. Not without some
Okay.
means of interrupting the light. Excuse me. Okay. Anything else for you, Thía? Thía?
I'm just thinking real quick.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
How deep does this pool of water look?
You can't tell. This water is murky, kind of like salt water.
Okay.
It is cloudy and not quite congealed, slightly gelatinous looking. It doesn't look like proper water.
I get the feeling it's not actual water.
Ba-dum-bum.
Think I'll actually take an action to dodge.
Okay.
Probably good.
Alright, so any attack against you is at disadvantage. Okay. So that concludes Thea's turn, y'all?
Yep.
Okay. In that case, we move to Varin, who is immediately going to spin around, look into the empty air behind him, look around at all this, and says, I think it's time to disappear. And Varin's going to cast a spell he's never cast. If you'll give me 1 second. He's going to reach out to the water and the moisture in the air and murmur, Obscurus, and conjure up a fog cloud. So he's casting this at first level. Within the radius of that circle, any and all creatures are blind, unless they have blind sight. Wrong button. This button. There we go. Fog cloud is now in the chat. 20-foot radius sphere of fog. The sphere spreads around corners. Its area is heavily obscured. So for Thía, that would mean any attack that she made is at normal. But any attack against her would be at disadvantage. For Varin, because he cannot see and other creatures cannot see him, he gets to use feral senses to gain advantage on his attacks. Feral senses, there it is. Having done this with his action, Varin's now concentrating. Varin will now hide in the fog cloud. Oh yeah, that'll work. Varin is... who knows where exactly he is. Okay. Del. It is now... actually, you know what? Hold that thought, Del. What was that, sir? I thought you were going to say something.
I was actually going to say something, but...
Oh, what were you going to say?
If we all get out of this alive, I will make a series of books called Where's Varin?
Valid. Okay. So Varin moves over there, and there's a bubbling snarl from somewhere near where he appeared. Then it's followed by a giggle. There we go. And y'all can sense and hear something flying through the fog. Like actually flying. It's not on the ground. Alright, so... Okay. Del. Where is it? Right, it's not there. Hang on 1 second. I closed something earlier that I did not mean to close, and I am aware of the time. We're going to be finishing up after this round. Make sense? Wrong button.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where does the time fly?
Mostly exploration.
And
then
along with that other thing that's flying in the fog.
Yeah. And then there's also questions, and then there's all sorts of other things. Alright, so there is a sound of ringing, shearing metal. It echoes about the chamber, and I'm looking at the wrong book. Hang on. Del. Goodness. My Dungeon Master screen is suddenly slowing down, which is quite rude of it. Here we go. Okay, Del. Come on. I'm going to have Adran roll for me, sir, if you would, and even if you would not. Please roll for me for Delta 6 psychic damage. Del, you take 11 points of psychic damage, And I need from you, sir, an intelligence saving throw. Did you apply guidance to yourself as well, Del?
Yes.
Okay, then I will also need a Constitution saving throw. Oh dear.
9?
That's not enough.
Yeah.
Your concentration is going to go away. Even with that roll, it's going to go away, and I'll explain why in a second. What is your intelligence? Okay, there it is, 10. What is your charisma, sir?
The actual score, 14.
Okay, yes, the actual score. Thank you. Please, on your bio page of your character sheet, write down intelligence 10, charisma 14. And then go back to your core page for me, if you would. Anywhere you think you would write it down and be able to easily find it.
Okay.
Alright, thank you, sir. Del, your intelligence and your charisma scores are now 1 each. You cannot cast spells, you cannot activate magic items, you cannot understand language, and you cannot communicate in any intelligible way. You are capable of identifying your friends, following them, and protecting them, as your mind is rendered utterly feeble. So that was that. Adran. A blade hilt crossguard of pure force appears right next to you, sir.
Yikes.
And then, did I open the correct character sheet? I did not. Okay. Right, it would help if I was on the right layer. There we go.
The force is strong with this one.
It appears right next to you, and it is going to attack you, sir. Oh, my toes. Ouch.
Clever girl.
Sorry?
Clever girl.
Again, I would award you an inspiration point,
I
but you
know,
still
I
have
know.
one. You gotta use it. Thía, please roll me 1d20 plus 11.
Is this
Adran-
the sword attack?
Thía, thank you. Adran, the blade swings at you, but ultimately misses. And yes, it is the sword attack.
Maybe I was wrong.
And Adran, there's a low cackle as someone comes visible.
Dong.
Nanny Agatha, carrying a shield on one arm and a sword in the other.
Oh, and I thought this wasn't going to be a fair fight.
Hello, my pet. And she steps up to there right next to you, and she's going to, if her character sheet would cooperate, she's going to attack you with... Hang on, did I say sword? I did say
Yes,
sword.
you said sword and shield.
Yes, I did. She goes to attack you with the sword, getting a 16 and clanging against your armor and shield. Alright. Del.
I guess I'll just walk a step here and go bong, and I'll try to hit this guy.
With your staff? Or with the dagger, because it... Oh wait, no, you have a dagger and your staff in hand, right? Okay.
Yeah, shield and staff in hand.
What did I say? Did I say it differently?
The dagger and staff.
You're right, I did say it wrong. Thank you. Alright, so... you are attacking with what is effectively a staff. Please, what is your strength score?
10.
Alright, roll me 1d20 plus... I believe you're proficient with staves, aren't you? As a cleric?
I got
Could
it.
be.
Hold on.
Simple weapons. Roll me 1d20 plus your proficiency modifier. And I will say this is with advantage as I look at the map and see that you're flanking with Adran.
You're welcome.
16. Oh, I said with advantage, sir. So
Yeah,
roll
sorry.
one more
Well,
time.
I'm just typing it in, so.
No problem.
There we go.
That's going to hit. Yes. All right. So roll me.
So it's a D6.
For a quarterstaff. I'm checking slowly. And in the wrong direction.
Quarterstaff, D6 bludgeon.
All right. 1d6 plus 0 because you don't have a strength mod. You slightly dent the side of his jackal-like nose.
I was gonna go for his toes, but okay.
Oh yeah, I'll accept that. You club him in the toe. And he just kind of looks at you like, "Pardon you?"
And I slowly start pulling my staff out for another swing.
Valid.
You got towed.
Why? Why always when you don't have... When you already have an inspiration point? Why?
They just come to me.
Use your darn inspiration point so I can give you more.
I wish they could be stacked.
Does Del need to make any kind of a repeating intelligence save or anything?
Nope. Rephrase. Not... You know what? There's no way for Del to know this.
I was just
Mechanically...
asking because I wasn't sure if there was anything missed or not.
Right, no. Hold that thought for Thea's turn. Because Thía did see him just go... You know?
Okay.
So Thía just saw Del go dumb. So we'll have to hold... Well, Thía and Adran both saw it. Varin saw nothing. Alright, so... trying to think here. Sorry, give me 1 second. Thía, you sense something move nearby you. There's a displacement of air. From right there. Okay. Now it is this fellow's turn. And all things considered, for now, go away, darn pop-up screens. Okay. This guy up here to the top of the map is going to take flight. Come on. There we go. Right into the fog bank. Alright, so that's him. believe that this guy has this much fly speed. Now double check. Oh, ow! Almost to the bottom of the round. All right, Thía. The flying stone statue comes flying in and is going to bite at you. And then claw at you. Both attacks miss.
Nimbly step between them.
Nope, you're fine. With a chittering shriek. That's 20. Hang on. Come on. There we go. Okay, hang on. He started from here. 10, 20. No, 20, 40, excuse me. This guy pushes its way through the swarm of plants and brings up a trident and stabs at you, Thía. I believe only once?
What the
Nope.
giant spider?
It is not a giant spider. It is a... it has 4 arms, 2 legs, an insectoid head, and it's carrying a trident in its claws. Having missed you with its trident...
So, like, she does a quick nimble dodge from the stone golem thing and sees this thing approaches her. And just kind of stops and stares for a second, and as she stops, the attack just kind of goes right past where she would have been.
Followed up by a crit.
Followed up by a crit.
Wow. Very nimbly dodged, but maybe you should have stayed light on your toes.
Yeah.
Use the forks!
He
You
is going
can't...
to take 20 points of damage himself, though.
That is
from my Armor
true.
of Agatha.
As your Armor of Agathis freezes his limbs.
It's cold damage, to be clear.
Thank you. So you can use Uncanny Dodge to take that from 12 slashing damage to 6.
Oh, definitely.
That seems reasonable. However, you said 20? He doesn't
Yeah.
seem terribly phased. Somewhat phased. That did hurt, but just not quite as much as you would have expected. Okay, so that guy... Okay. Okay. This guy... Yeah, he's going to remain where he is. He's going to remain where he is. Sorry, brain farted on me. Give me 1 second. All right. We are at the top of the round. Things seem slightly chaotic, but that's not unusual for us at this point. Although it's a little concerning that our primary healer doesn't know how to cast magic anymore. Alright, so this is where we're going to call it for the night, gentlemen. Unless you desperately wanted to go one more round.
I desperately want to go at least one more round.
Do you really
I
want
would like to. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of fading.
Okay.
It's entirely up to you guys. We could...
My mental consciousness is kind of going in and out every few seconds on some of these character descriptions.
Nope. That's fair. That's fair. We can stop right here.
Oh, you're so close to hitting Nanny Agatha. She's right there.
I know. I was waiting this all game, and all of a sudden it's
Hey, you know what? We're there. We're in the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, my knee. All right, so
I'm sorry. I'm seriously having a hard time even just keeping straight which are the actual thoughts in my head and what are the actual descriptions I'm hearing from the game.
no worries. All right. I want to thank you both so much for playing. I know the game was a little bit differently arranged than normal. So I appreciate the flexibility. I hope it was entertaining.
Yeah, it was.
A wonderful blend of fun and weird and creepy and awesome. I hope.
Yes.
Excellent.
Definitely
All right.
a lot to strategize.
Say what now?
Unfortunate moment to leave it.
Yeah.
go from that smooth first few bits of combat into this, but
Smooth, right?
Right.
I thought those other
Utterly
ones went pretty well.
smooth. Say what?
I thought those other monsters went pretty well.
Yeah, for the most part. And move party here. There we go.
Especially that one, real silky.
Oh man. All right. Well, again, thank you both so much for playing. I'm glad you had fun, and thank you, Thía, for sticking with it for that one last round despite the tiredness.
Yeah, sorry.
And we're gonna hit the stop button.
Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adran, Thía, and Varin take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time.
Bone Devil, Glabrezu, Nycaloth.
Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.